move on to something a little bit more lighter. You know what I mean? Let's move on to something a little bit more lighter. Did y'all see about the Red Lobster? So Red Lobster went bankrupt, right? Y'all knew that? And so I didn't know they had a black CEO. Or I guess he's the new CEO.
A young black CEO.
Yeah, young black dude. And which I'm gonna pull up the video, he came up with a plan to save Red Lobster. Now, before we listen to this, I agree with some, because from the video he said he worked at PF Chang's. Like, I guess he was, I don't know if he was the CEO of PF Chang's or if he was just one of the executives or something. But he was in the process of building up the PF Chang's and remodeling and all of that. So he got some ideas of how to like remodel and relive the Red Lobster brand, because they were saying, which I think is a very important point, is Red Lobster is like, everybody knows about Red Lobster, but everybody doesn't go to Red Lobster. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows. Okay, yeah, like, it's just like Barnes and Noble. Everybody knows Barnes and Noble, but everybody don't go to damn Barnes and Noble. It's like, just because you know about it doesn't mean you're going to go shop there, and that's a big problem that Red Lobster has. They're a well-known business, but just because people know your brand doesn't mean they're going to shop with your brand, and that's something that they got to figure out how to make. And one of the critiques on his plan was like, if they just do what he's saying on the video, it's kind of putting lipstick on a pig. It's like you're remodeling the restaurant and stuff, but what is going to make people still come in and continue to come in? And another, which I guess I can speak on that, because there's a few other restaurants that need to figure something out, because they going down. And yeah, but any thoughts on, like, just in general of like, what's y'all thoughts on like Red Lobster and what they should do, or just like their thoughts on like the brand itself? Like, do y'all ever go to Red Lobster? Like,
Red Lobster, please be serious, Keevin.
I'm serious. That's what I'm saying. Do you go to Red Lobster?
I do not go to Red Lobster. I will never recommend Red Lobster to somebody. I haven't even stopped there on a cold day when I'm just hungry and it's right across the street. That's just, and I feel like a big part of that is like you say, if I play the little logo quiz game, like, I can get Red Lobster right, no problem. Like, I ain't gonna struggle on that. But you talking about go sit down and eat? What's the quality of that, you know? Like, the ambiance isn't nothing special. It ain't nothing. The food ain't to die for. Like, gun to the back of your head right now, tell me your go-to Red Lobster order. I'm gone. I'm done. It's over for me. So,
all right, I got the video. Let's play. I'm gonna play part of it. I can play the whole thing, 'cause it's 7 minutes, but I'll play part of this video right here. This is a Red Lobster CEO.
Limited time flavor drop. The 35-year-old was hired by private equity firm Fortress to lead Red Lobster out of bankruptcy,
more than $1 billion in debt, a serious financial pinch,
and back to profitability. It's worked before. He revitalized PF Chang's during COVID. Fortress hopes he can do the same for America's oldest seafood chain. I spoke to the new CEO at a Red Lobster in Orlando to learn what it will take to save the chain from sinking. So I actually had dinner here last night.
Oh, did you?
And I have to say, one of the things I first noticed was the banner outside, basically like, we're open. America, we are open. Are you doing that throughout your fleet of restaurants, basically to kind of get past the bankruptcy?
That was done before I took over. The signs are still there. You're correct. I think at some point you want to address the elephant in the room, but you want to do it in a way that better reminds people of why they want to come to you in the first place.
The elephant in the room is Red Lobster's bankruptcy. When Red Lobster filed, it was over $1 billion in debt and had to close over 100 stores in 2024. Now with $70 million from Fortress, Adam Mulliken has a lot to do. What's your to-do list look like?
Well, number one was to build the executive team. To run a great business, you need great leaders.
Over the past few years, Red Lobster has cycled through multiple CEOs. I asked an expert in casual dining why that's such a problem.
When your leadership consistently changes over and over again, it's very hard to get strategic direction. What ends up happening is that you get a sort of a confused message to the restaurant managers at the unit level.
Adam Mulliken hopes that he'll convey a clear message to restaurants with an important change, a new menu. Before diving into the nuts and bolts,
Sure.
Tell me, what is your favorite thing to order?
You know, I would have said the snow crab, but I tried the Verdi crab recently, which is a variation on the snow crab, and that is my new favorite, I'll say.
He says that other favorites aren't prominently displayed on the menu, and best-selling items like Create Your Own Ultimate Feast are buried on page 3.
If you were to say, where's the value in this menu, you have to hunt for it. So there's things you can do both in terms of reducing the number of items, but also just the layout, right? The aesthetics, the photography.
Adam Mulliken says that for the new menu to work, it needs a new environment. Old Red Lobsters like this one feature dark interiors, aging decor, and separated bar areas. How ambitious do you think that brand refresh could be?
So it's going to come in stages. The first stage is things that should have been fixed a long time ago that weren't, whether it's roofing or tiling or HVAC units or kitchen equipment or furniture. As a next step, you'll think about how do you inject energy into the restaurant, but I want to start with a very low cost way to do that. For example, it doesn't cost anything to change the music. Dimming lights, it has no cost to it. Then the third stage would be a complete remodel. We remodel the entire fleet at P.F. Chang's.
The Red Lobster I visited in Orlando is one of 3 updated restaurants, and it's going to act as a jumping-off point for future designs.
I think it can be powerful, but I don't think it's enough. I think if you're just doing that, you're sort of putting lipstick on a pig in a way, and you're not really addressing a lot of the core issues.
Any sense of how much that might cost?
Well, when I did it at P.F. Chang's, it cost us about between $300,000 and $400,000 per restaurant. Now, it lifted sales between 5 and 10% in our restaurants.
Oh yeah, my fault. I said y'all get the gist. The man said we gon' change the restaurant layout. We gonna take some new pictures from the menu, and it's gonna raise sales, man.
I got something.
My thing with Red Lobster, it ain't. Well, for me personally, it ain't even near me. I gotta drive to Myrtle Beach to go eat that. So it's not even near me, for one. And then 2, like, even like, kind of what Josh was saying about the menu. Like, what's your go-to on the menu? The biscuits was cool.
Yeah.
But past the biscuits, I'm not going to eat lobster every time. Like, even like think about like your restaurants that you go to. Like, you don't go and eat the most. Like, sometimes you just want wings. Sometimes you feel me? And it goes in to talk about like their endless shrimp thing, which costs them money and stuff like that, especially when food prices go up. But I don't know. I feel like they gotta remodel like what people think about Red Lobster. Like, it gotta be more of a. I can go and get any type of like fish. I can go get like different like seafood options. They probably need to think about like some sushi. Like, get some people like people love to talk about it. I don't eat sushi personally, but people love sushi. Like, people love sushi. You already got the seafood. Like, all right, do a sushi option for it. Do a crab. What is it? California roll. Do all of that. Figure out something that doesn't give us like, oh, we just gotta go get lobster or crab legs or something. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of the problem, at least for me, because I'm not going to Red Lobster to get lobster every single time. If I want, or crab legs, because if I want if I want to get crab legs, well, shoot, I'll just go and get crab legs my dad and cook them myself. You feel me? That's not something that I feel like I gotta go to a restaurant to get. But yeah.
Well, my take on that is, were you finished, Keevin?
Yeah. Go ahead.
My take on that is, I love seafood.
I
So
do
if
too.
I'm going to get some seafood, it's going to be somewhere like Juicy Crab, Red Crab, a legitimate seafood boil place. If they really want to switch it up, start making seafood boils. It's that simple. Make a new menu with a whole new boil. Like, you can never have enough restaurants with seafood boils. There's 2 of them here. I will spend the money for some good food. But I don't know what to say with Red Lobster. I don't know what to tell them.
You saying they don't make good food in Red?
Hey, the last time I went to Red Lobster, I went there because I had a gift card. That was literally the only reason why I went. It was a gift card.
Hey, you had to spend the gift card.
I had to spend the gift.
Had to spend the birthday gift card. Get on out the way.
Get it out of the way.
Understood. What you think, Mrs. Matt? Were you trying to share your screen?
Nah, I just be playing around with this stuff.
Oh, my fault.
Man, like you said, I like how you brought up how you said the nearest one near you is in Myrtle Beach. Yeah. That's because we live at the seafood capital of this East
I live
Coast.
on the coast.
Like,
I can go touch water. In 5 minutes, I can be at the water. Right now.
Yeah, Red Lobster.
Now tell me how.
Survive. They would not survive. I'll be real with you. See, you got to think of like Cape Fear Seafood, you know. They washing Red Lobster out every day of the week.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
But it's because Cape Fear Seafood is a real seafood spot.
Right.
Like Red Lobster, like you think of Red Lobster, you think of the biscuits. At least for me, the biscuits come first for me. I don't really think of nothing. Ain't that the place with the cheesy biscuits or whatever?
Yeah,
the cheddar biscuits. Yeah, I think of the cheddar biscuits and I think of lobster, like crab. Like that's it. I don't think of nothing. Like I couldn't tell you nothing else that's on their menu.
I think they had Bang Bang Shrimp one time, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and they had the shrimp. Yeah, they definitely had the shrimp. But that's two items.
That's not gonna do it.
Like you just said, like Cape Fear Seafood, you go in there and get you. They got the catch of the day.
Yeah.
What just came out the water today?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like,
exactly.
You gotta give me some. You know, obviously you don't want too many options, but I gotta have some options that I know when I think of Red Lobster. Okay, yeah, I can go get me a good fish. I can go get me a good salmon. I can go get me a good, you feel me, whatever, tuna. I can go get me, whatever it is. Like she said, seafood boil. I ain't never seen no seafood boil at Red Lobster.
Me either.
You feel me?
Yeah, and I'm glad. Hey, that's a great point. I'm glad we brought that up because we really come from a seafood place. So then I'm thinking of all these shucking.
Think of something fishy.
Something
fishy, a little hole in the wall, and they be lines out to the street. You feel me?
Exactly.
And Red Lobster can't even get nobody in the door. What are you talking about?
Come on now. Think of Shuck and Shack on the island, on top of the island. They got, you go in there, everything wooden. Is old, is wooden. You're not going there for the ambiance. That's
at all. And he telling me about, and that's the thing, like, and that's why I agree with the dude that was saying, like, the lipstick on the pig. It's like, bro, you can make it look any type of way. You feel me? You can make it look any type of way you want it to look. And yes, that's going to attract some people, but you talking about the everyday type of people that's going to come in there and keep you afloat. Go ask somebody. Go ask something fishy. They know everyday people. They know people that come in there 3, 4, 5 times a week. Mm-hmm. They know their coffee that they drink. They know what they got to order. They know they want them hush puppies. You feel me?
Yes.
Come on now. What? Anybody going in Red Lobster just for some biscuits?
That's not gonna do it. You gotta be thinking about Shuck and Shack. Shuck and Shack, you can go in there, get 3 clusters of snow crabs, You can get you a 10-piece of wings. They got Old Bay. They got Cajun lemon pepper. They got all these different flavors and stuff. They got chicken tacos. Chicken tacos? They're going to get you some chicken tacos. They got all the different seafood. I mean, they blowing Red Lobster out the water.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get part of it because some of their menu limitations is because they're a national brand. So they got to be able to do it all across the country. But it's still, you can mix it up a little bit. You can mix it up a little bit, man. There's a spot that I can't think of the name. It ain't a seafood spot or anything, but it's a little hole in the wall restaurant. I think they're out in Leland. It's like it's like a food truck, but it's just in one spot. But they got a rotating menu. So like every week, it's like 5 new menu items. Now, Red Lobster probably can't do that, but bro, you gotta bring me something other than. I generally, I would have to look up a Red Lobster menu to tell me what's on that menu. Other restaurants, I could tell you 5, 6, 7 things. Even if I don't even eat those things, I could tell you, oh, they got this, this, and this on it. I go in C Street. I go in C Street and I get the burrito with the spicy chicken. But I can tell you they got the steak, they got the other thing. They got like 5 or 6 different meats in there and stuff, and you can get all the different quesos and all of that. I can't tell you nothing about Red Lobster but the biscuits and the biscuit and the lobster. And honestly, I don't even think I go get lobster. I'm pretty sure I go get shrimp when I go in there. I get this little shrimp platter or something.
The proportions are small.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They'll figure it out, man. I hope old buddy get it right because, man, you know, I want to see him be successful, but he got an uphill climb.
That's for sure.
He got an uphill climb because you got to get. His problem is he got to get the old mindset of Red Lobster out of people's mind, get them in the door so they can understand the new mindset of Red Lobster, and that costs a lot of money. Like that's the cost of a customer. That's heavy marketing. They're gonna be spending some money. They're gonna be spending some money for sure.